Hello, hello. Welcome to Awakening to Quantum with Nina B. So if you are new, welcome to my channel. This channel is where we do channeled work, where we talk about the energies, the energy updates. We talk about what it's like to be a human. We talk about mediumship, psychic work, those kind of things, spirituality in general. So welcome if you're new, and if you're returning, welcome back. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about a topic, okay? A topic about how it is to be a human, how it is to survive kind of in this human form, what it is like to come to this planet and experience being a human. It can be very difficult sometimes. It can be hard. It can be challenging. From the human perspective, it can be very challenging. And I think many people out there right now is feeling these strong energies, and they're feeling lost, some people, and they are experiencing the dark night of the soul. They're experiencing a lot of hardship, maybe sicknesses, maybe losing people to death, those kind of things. And it's hard. It's hard to maneuver. It's hard to be in this life when all these things are happening. And I understand. And you have my love and my sympathy. They're coming in. That's why they're going to my throat. But I think it's important that we remember why we came and remember what we are and remember that perspective, because we can get so lost in the human experience, in the way that the ego operates, and so we lose sight of who we truly are and why we came. And that's kind of a topic I wanted to talk about today. Okay, so I brewed myself a good cup of coffee today. I encourage you to do the same if you want a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, or whatever. So pause the video if you want to go and grab that, because I have grabbed myself my favorite cup of coffee, which is called originally La Petite Déjeuner coffee, or morning coffee, or breakfast coffee. And it's one of my favorites. So if you have a cup, then cheers. Let's have a sip. I just love that coffee. And we're going to get into the topic of today. Okay. Where to start? First of all, we have to acknowledge the human journey. We have to acknowledge that we have chosen to come here to experience the human journey. And so the human journey, as I said, can be hard. It can be painful. It can be difficult. And we have to acknowledge that as a fact. That is the truth. It's not like we're making it up. And so we acknowledge it. We send love to that fact. We send love to the human for experiencing this. And we send love to the body. We send love to the child within. We send love to the nervous system, love to the mental system, all of that, yes. But in order for us to maneuver these very dark times and very difficult experiences, it can help if you remember who you are and why you came, okay? If you can remember that you are a light beam emanating from the one source energy that chose to split and that chose to experience life in many forms, on many different planets, in many different times, in many different situations with many different kind of people, and experiences. So you chose to, or you as God, because we are all God, we are all source energy originally, chose to split and to experience all these things. And so you are one of those light beams from the source energy, from God, that came into this form that you are in now. And you chose this form. You were actually part of creating this form that you're in. Okay? You as God source energy was part of creating the human that you are currently residing within and around. So also the experiences that this human has had up until now have been partially orchestrated by the God Source energy and partially orchestrated by the human. And I say partially because it isn't all the human that decides, and it isn't all the soul or the light being that decides. It's actually a coexisting experience. And that's why it's so interesting to be a human being, because we can coexist, and we can kind of maneuver this life journey together. It is, however, some people have decided to not have that much influence from the light being. Some people have decided to have maybe all their life influenced by the light being. So it's different grades, if you will, of influence from the God Source energy from the light being. It all depends on what kind of experience you have decided to have. So, and that's why also you can see some people that has absolutely no clue that there even is a light being. They believe that there's all human, but that's part of their chosen journey, and they chose not to be influenced in this lifetime so much by their light being. Okay, and there's nothing right or wrong about any of it. It's just that it's different experiences. So that's what's happening. And if you are watching this channel, then of course you have decided to have a bigger part of your light being part of this journey. Okay, so you're being influenced a lot more by your true self, which is your light being, than maybe other people who have chosen not to. And so, but you know, you might have chosen that the first part of your life was more just the human experience, and then maybe waking up in the middle. Hence this channel as well, you know, you're waking up to the fact of who you truly are. And so you have experienced a bunch of stuff then from the first half of your life that might have put some, how would you say, some scars or some, you know, it might have given you sicknesses, it might have given you some emotional scars, it might have given you some mental scars, you know, these experiences that you've had. And now that you're waking up, all of these, because of the high potent light that's coming in, all of these old wounds are now coming to the surface. And that's kind of part of the awakening process, and is part of what we call the dark night of the soul. Okay. And that's, you know, coming back to what I began with saying, is that this life can be very hard, and it feels that way, especially in the awakening process. So how do we maneuver this then? How are we supposed to kind of survive this thing? Because it can be that difficult, it can be that hard, that sometimes either the body gets so sick that you don't know if you're going to survive, or you don't know if you're going to be able to make it without, you know, actually checking out, if you will. And I get it. It can be really, really rough. The thing is, though, when you sit down and you remember who you truly are and you look at it from that perspective, I do believe that you're going to have a different experience, and I do believe that you're going to have a different viewpoint on if you're going to make it or not, or if you should stay or not. Because, of course, the light being, I believe, want you to stay. They want you to be able to push through this, to experience more, because this is also part of that experience. So the light being will then send love to the human, will send support to the human, and will also have help from other non-physical light beings, meaning light beings that has not been incarnated. And that light being can be angels, it can be star beings, it can be God Source energy itself, it can be Christ consciousness, you know, all of this, these entities are here to help you. So you can bring them in together with your light being and higher self to help the human in this process. So I have many meditations on this channel that I put out. So I encourage you to look up some of those meditations and go deep, because I do explain some of these things in some of those meditations as well. And they can help you to look upon things from a different perspective. I do believe I have one that's called something about gaining a new perspective. You have to look that up. I don't really remember. But at least I know that one of them is kind of where you soar outside the planet and looking back, and you land on the moon and you look back at the planet, and that gives you kind of that perspective where you remember who you are as a light being and looking back at the planet. Okay, looking at your problems as a human from a distance, and that might help you maneuver these rough energies right now. So that's one thing. Another thing is, of course, just meditate to get into that part of you that remembers. Okay, so that's another thing. But we do all have different challenges in life. We have different things happening to us or for us to experience different things. And but I think the time is now to allow these things to come forward so that we can feel them through and release, because that's part of the awakening process. Now, this channel is called Awakening to Quantum now. And the reason why I changed it also is because I believe that it is important that we convey what we see as channelers. The way I see things is more quantum maybe than other people see. And so my job is to convey how I see things, because I believe that this world and the spiritual world is far more scientific than you might believe. I believe that actually spirituality and science is one and the same. They have just understood it in different ways. But if they both would understand that it's quantum, they would meet in the middle. So I believe that quantum is the middle way between religion and spirituality and science. Okay, physics and science. So if we all understand that it's quantum, we understand that it's one and the same. And that's kind of my goal as well with this channel, is to get people to understand that fact, that it's actually all one and the same. The God source energy is energy vibrating. It's just energy that's vibrating on different frequencies. And it can be everywhere in the universe at the same time, because it is everything in the universe at the same time. So it doesn't need to travel. It doesn't take time. Time kind of doesn't exist, because you are everywhere at once. And in every time at once, and in every dimension at once, everything is connected. So if everything is connected, it doesn't take any time from one dimension to another, or to one part of the universe to the other, because everything is experienced at the same time everywhere. So that's quantum. That's kind of what quantum is about, and understanding that everything is just vibrational signatures. It's just energy vibrating on a different frequency, making it a unique vibrational signature. So all the light beings, all the beams that's kind of coming out from all of this, they're just different vibrational signatures. And you can tune into whatever vibrational signature wherever in the universe in an instant, when you are traveling through your light being, through your true essence. So that's kind of what the quantum is all about. And when we understand that, and when we see that, everything kind of, for me at least, comes into place. But it is a lot of different questions, and it is a lot of different topics within that field. So feel free to ask me questions in the comment section, and I will try and address them, maybe make videos about a special topic if there's something that you would like me to address further, or to kind of go into, so that I get more information about what it is that you need to know. Okay? So that's one thing. So I feel like that was just a little reminder today about who you are, how to maneuver this lifetime here, how to look upon it, and help with doing so with meditation, and with the videos that I put out about meditations as well. And ask me questions, use me, ask me questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions, please, people. I'm happy to answer. I have been doing this work for so many years now, and And I feel like the information that I am getting from the universe now, from the God source energy and the light beings, can benefit you in your journey. So let me be that in between for you, to gain that information that you need. Okay? So I think that was it for today. Thank you so much for being part of this video. I'm wishing you a beautiful day wherever you are in the world. Till the next time I see you.